Hi guys, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to get on here real quick today and film a video, an update on my 15 products I want to use by the end of 2015. I feel like it's been a little bit of time since I have filmed a video, so I might be a little bit rusty again. But I have my list of products here. I gathered everything up. I've been using everything on a daily basis, so I will go through everything and give you the updates on where I'm at with these products. So I've used up one thing. It's been about a month, so I've only finished up one thing in a month, so maybe this project was a little bit of overambitious for me, but the thing that I used up was the OC8 Professional Mattifying Gel, which isn't surprising to me and probably isn't surprising to you considering this was almost done when I started the project. I can't squeeze anything out of this. Even if I bend it, I'm not getting anything out. I didn't cut it open. I've had it for quite some time, so I'm just going to let it go. I've got some other primers and other products that I'm working on. So the next thing that I have that I've made some progress on is my Urban Decay Naked Skin Illuminating Beauty Balm. I do fold it over with some bobby pins, so this is, I bend this down all the way and I hold it down with some bobby pins, but that's where I'm at. The next thing I have, you may not be able to see a whole lot of progress with, but I definitely do. This is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination in Light. And this, the progress that I've made is right here in this little tiny sliver here. I'm going to need to repress this. I'm sure a lot of you that have done these projects would have already repressed this a long time ago, but I am using a small brush, and I'm sure once I crack this, it's going to crumble itself up for me. So I think I'm just going to wait for it to get to that point, and then I will repress it. Continue to use it, obviously. The next thing I have is my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in NW25. I've been using this every day as an under eye concealer, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. I've got a pretty significant dip in there. You can see my finger goes in. I didn't do that the last time, so I don't know if you'll really be able to see the progress, but I don't even think I had a dip the last time. If I did, it was very small, so I'm working on that still. But I've seen, I think, Cherish's in her video, and I did not think or realize that the pot was actually that deep. I mean, you can see here, but the eyeshadows don't sit that deep, so I was very surprised to see that the concealer really is all down in there and it's pretty deep, so I don't know if I'll finish this or not. The next thing I have is my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten, and you're really not going to see much progress here. It's very hard for me to even see any progress. I don't know that there really even has been. I use it every day, but I use it to contour. I know Emily R. has this powder in different packaging. It did the same thing to her, but I told her that I use this as an eyeshadow as well as to contour instead of just a powder, because it's dark for her just like it is for me. But you can see along the edges here, that's pan or terracotta clay thing that it's on. And I've got a couple of areas where it's cracked. You really can't see, but here. So I'm trying to work on those areas and get that down. Hopefully that will help make it get used up. The next thing I have is something that's very exciting to me. I do have progress. This is my Tarte Dollface Blush. And I did not have any progress at all when I started this project. And I have hit pan. So that is the small amount of pan I have. And I'm just trying to work at the edge there and trying to thin it out going forward, and it is thinning out from there. I think you might be able to see a little bit, but I'm very excited about this progress. It was awesome. The next thing I have, I am not sure. I do have a photo, I think, of when I started this project, so I will insert that. And I have expanded the pan a little bit more and thinned down the edges along here. It's that. I don't think I'm going in order of the video. I think I started with my fragrances. I'll do this right now because they're sitting right in front of me. This is my Victoria's Secret Vanilla Lace, and you can see where I've marked it. This is where I started, and this is where I am, if I could hold the bottle straight. My husband is very sensitive to scents, so I cannot just spray this all over myself like I normally probably would. If it was just me, really overwhelms him if I put on a lot of fragrance. So I probably go through body sprays slower than most people, or even slower than I ever used to. I've tried to use the vanilla one in particular in the bathroom just because it's got a nice fresh kind of scent to it. The other one I have is the Japanese Cherry Blossom, and this is where I started and this is where I am, and this is the one where I've made most progress on, which is funny because in my first video, and it's still true, this scent really does not impress my husband. But I use this when I go to work so he doesn't smell it on me all day. And I usually spray it once I leave the house so that it's not lingering and bothering him. Okay. Last thing I have before I have to show you my measuring sheet system, which is not the greatest, is my MAC Painterly paint pot. I had a little bit of a casualty, which I thought might be an issue. I dropped it and it actually broke the cap, but there's a little white thing here that I think acts as a stopper, kind of, to protect it from the air. I was afraid it was going to get really dried out. I had progress. It wasn't a brand new product, but you couldn't really see any significant areas that you could pay attention to that were going to hit pan or thin out or whatever when I showed this the first time. But, and I haven't marked it yet, I'll mark it on the bottom of the thing, I do have glass. I'm not sure if you could see right there in the center, that hole. I do have glass, and you can see also there right below Painterly. So I'm very excited about that too. I actually hit pan on this the same day as my blush, or the very next day. Very close together. I was very, very excited about that. So the next things that I have are my eyeliners and my brow highlighter. I'll show you my brow highlighter first. You're not going to see any progress from here in the tube, but I will put this up and I'll put it up next to this. Oh, I'm a newbie. You can see where I made progress there. I have recently begun using this as a face highlighter. A couple days I tried to put this over powder like a dummy and it really messed everything up. But I've been putting this on before powder now, right here on the tops of my cheekbones, and it's not a super dewy highlight, but I think you can kind of tell in the viewfinder there. So I am actually pretty impressed that I've actually made some progress on this. I was really worried about it. So maybe by the end of the year I got a good 5 months left, so we'll see. My next products are ones that I have marked on paper, my progress, and I am having a very hard time with showing you those products and the paper at the same time. So I think the way I'm going to approach it is I'm just going to show you the product, then I'll show you the paper where I have it marked, and I will practice on holding the product and the paper up at the same time or find a new method. But I did want to be able to show you the progress that I've made. So the first thing I'll show you is my MAC Viva Glam 5 lipstick. It looks like this. I have a feeling that this does not look very much different than the first time, but perhaps just a little bit. Definitely see it separating from the bottom of the tube there, or the actual thing, because it melted in my car. So it was actually going up like quite a bit higher than where I started. So I was like, oh crap, it's going to look like I made no progress. But I was able to get it back down. I had to use it with a lip brush. But I find that this, probably because it's a luster, it does not show the same on your lips as with a lip brush as it does when you apply it directly from the tube. So I've been trying to be very careful, pull it down as much as I can, and apply it from the tube. So I don't know at what point I'm going to be able to or have to call this quits, but I anticipate I won't be able to organically finish it. I think it's going to fall out and hit the floor or something stupid like that. But the progress on that is here. You can see where I was on the 4th and where I am on the 2nd of August. So there's that. The next lipstick I had in this challenge was my, I'll show this to you first, Collection Privé by J.Lo. This is actually by L'Oreal, and it's in Jennifer's Nude 370. Looks like this. I think it might look a little bit different because it used to have, sorry I'm flicking you off, used to have L'Oreal here, and I've worn that completely down. And I'll show you the progress. Progress is here. Oh gosh, I'm even bad at this. Anyways, I'll just show that to you. You can see where I was on the 4th and where I am on the 2nd. So I made some good progress there. The next thing I have is my MAC Teddy Eye Kohl, and this is what it looks like. Not much different at all. I'm going to show you, I think the reason why I haven't had much progress, and I'll show you the progress in a minute, is I don't know if you could see the tip. It's quite blunt. I've only sharpened this once, and what I'm using this for on my waterline, on my upper lash line, and on my lower lash line to smudge out. I don't find that the tip needs to be super precise, so I haven't sharpened it to waste it. Though I am kind of disappointed in the progress I'm seeing, it's probably because of the fact that I don't sharpen it very often and I don't have a sharp tip. But there is my MAC Teddy on 7.4. There's the bottom of the paper. And my MAC Teddy on 8.2. I'll go ahead and try to pop this one up here just so you can see. It's about as good as I can do. So I've made some progress. Probably not holding it exactly where it needs to be held either. And the last product I have here is my Highliner Gel Crayon from Marc Jacobs. I'm not even going to roll this all the way up because it has come loose from its tube. Now it's acting right now, but it's been sliding out. So I'm not even going to wind this all the way up because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. But this is very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And I try to reapply through the day, but it usually requires one reapply maximum, and it's pretty good to go. So this is my progress on the Marc Jacobs Blacker. So just a tiny bit of progress there from the 4th to the 2nd. So that's it. Those are my 15 products I want to use up by 2015. Like I said, I think maybe a little bit of an over-ambitious project, but it was my first one ever to film, and I am making some progress. So some progress is better than no progress, and I will update you all in about a month again, and we'll see where we're at. Like I said, about 5 more months, so probably 5 more months of progress, and then I will do my finale. So I will continue to update you every single month, and we'll see how far I can get with these products. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe so you can continue to see my videos, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.
The next thing is my MAC Teddy eye kohl, and you'll see I was here, and now if I can line this up correctly, I am right there. I can't even. I'm a white girl and I can't even.
Let's see. So
My makeup's a little bit fragile, so I'm going to try and be as careful as possible. Oops. Oh god. Anyways, this thing is a hot mess. This thing I have is my JLo Collection Privé lipstick in JLo's Nude. This is what it looks like. And I will try to show you my progress. Oh god, I'm so horrible. So you can see my progress there. This next one, I'm going to just show you the paper, and I'm going to show you the tube, and I'm not even going to bother to try and show you the progress. This is my MAC Viva Blend 5.